I'm Michael Eglin, co-founder of Maritime. We're a marine technology and innovation company focused on the development and design and delivery of electric ferries. The kind of public profile of the Maritime journey really started in November 2018 when Fuller's, one of the local ferry operators here in Auckland, hosted an event to talk about the future of ferries for Auckland. I painted a picture of a future where New Zealand, supported by central government, then supporting Auckland Transport and the operators, invested in the development of electric ferries here and created kind of a technology in New Zealand that we could then take to the world. And I took that around the traps, I guess, and then COVID came along. COVID kind of rattled the system a fair bit, so everybody's kind of confidence in investing really got shaken.
Hi, I'm Chris Lee. I acted for Maritime on Auckland Transport's first electric ferry deal. The government had, as part of the COVID response program, a fund that was specifically available for people who were doing greening type projects. And as a result, there was some money available if anybody wanted to take on an electric ferry project.
So the actual negotiations, none of us had a template for what this contract should really look like. And so we ended up coming up with a tripartite contract. And I did a whole bunch of searching, and Chris and the K3 team did a bit of searching to try and see if we could find a template. None of us really found anything that fitted the bill, so we sort of kind of felt like we were inventing it all. And I guess the pathway to that was a terms sheet of just starting to write down the stuff that we had figured out and that we had agreed.
The tricky part of that was he's already significantly deep in those negotiations and realised that he was effectively negotiating the main deal right there and then. So how to help him not trip that deal up, but get the detail in that deal which the main agreement would need, and that was the game. So that game started in late November last year, so 2021, and the whole thing had to be finished and signed off before the government stopped its shovel-ready projects funding program, 31st of March 2022. And initially it's like, no problem. December comes and you're still in the MOU negotiations, quite a big problem. January, still in the MOU, unbelievable problem, and a real deep concern that we were not going to get there.
It seemed crazy at the time. It felt wrong to spend, that it was taking this much time just to get to term sheet, and we were all going, goodness me, what's it going to take to get to contract? But it wasn't like that. We got through the terms sheet over a really long period of time, and all the really hard work had been done, and from that point it really was drafting, and some very late nights to get over the line by that deadline, but we did, and look, full credit to K3 for all of those efforts. It's really hard to pin down why I chose Chris as such. We were considering others, and that's always a hard thing when you have existing relationships and you then go and choose to work with someone different. One of the other people we were talking with at the time was from one of the larger firms, and I guess I got concerned that there might be a lot of people involved, and that might be expensive. There might be a lot of project overhead associated with that, but also maybe that my way of working might not be compatible. I was able to have a really direct relationship all the way through, right down to the nuts and bolts and the full stops and commas, and that I think was the core of the success of the project.